All right, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good meal. My name is Rajiv Malkan, if you don't know who I am. I'm from Lone Star College, Montgomery. Lone Star is just north of Houston. We got about 6 campuses and about 12 different centers for easy access to higher education. We have about 90,000 students altogether, and we offer everything. For now, the governor has signed a bill to offer the bachelor's degree. So we'll be offering bachelor's in nursing, bachelor's in applied technology. Those two were approved for us, and I think Collin got 3 of them. I think I got Collin for business. Yeah. All right, so that's just a synopsis of where I come from. I teach computer science classes, I teach programming classes, and I got a lot of background in business and industry. All right, this is where we end. The first day of this luncheon presentation, we had serverless architecture. Okay, then we had the digital cohesiveness, Mr. Tom. And I was talking to him after this, what do you mean by digital cohesiveness? And what kind of an employee you are going to hire in your world of the digital? Give me 3 skill sets, what you're going to look for. And he said, business acumen is the first one we look for. I need some person who knows some financial stuff. Okay, so we spend too much time teaching all these tools to fresh graduates. And obviously the technical skills. Okay, so those are 3 things he came up with. Okay. And then Mercedes put it very nicely yesterday. And she asked the question, how will the students change the world? And while we were talking over dinner with my colleague, he said he wants to change it a little bit and said, how can students change the world? Okay? So that's what we are. And my answer to all of these questions is coming down to skills. Skills. Okay? If you don't have the right skills we do not provide to our students, then they're not getting it, whether they like it or not. So today what we're going to do, we're going to look at the journey by technology. We're going to see how the nature of the work is changing with technology, and what can we do as educators to start incorporating all these skills out there. Okay? And we have limitations. As we go through the presentation, you see we have some limitations with our 16-credit-hour limit. Okay, in the 2-year degree. We can't do everything, but my philosophy is if I can change or give one activity which is related to new and emerging thing, and I can ask my colleague to do it, we're hitting the students at this once. The same thing I did with internationalizing the curriculum, the whole campus. Okay, we said, give us one activity which is related to international activity. People know where is Iraq is, what Qatar is, Qatar is going to buy American Airlines, right? Whatever it is, so people know where all these countries are. And today, in the digital world, I can hire anybody from anywhere. I can replace one. Right? Anybody can hire, because now we got a global economy with the digital economy. I can, with one keystroke, I can find somebody in India, in Ireland, in Indonesia, doing all the work. Okay? So that's what we talk about. This is about how technology is changing what we do. All right, it's McKinsey Study out there. Educational systems have not kept pace with changing nature of work, resulting in many employers reporting that they cannot find enough workers with skill sets. Okay, do you agree? I can agree with my institution. For 5 years, I've been begging for the data analytics. Finally, I just got an email. We're going to do the focus group on business and industry. Okay, in September. And hopefully I will have a curriculum. I have a whole 2-year degree ready. Okay? I will have a curriculum, hopefully, which I can offer something by next fall. Especially if it fast, you know, but that's the reality of where we are. Okay? All right, look at these numbers. Okay, the job report comes out. Okay, I always ask students, what's new? I said, what happens in the first Friday of the month? All my students knows by now. That's when the job report comes out. Okay, next Monday, if I don't have a Friday class, the next Monday we analyze it and see where things are going. We got 5.9 million job openings today. Okay? The employers can't find it because of the skill sets. Okay? Because there's no skill sets. Okay? Mercedes asked a question about AWS certification yesterday, right? And none of us have an AWS certification. And we are from all over the United States. If that's number one skill set that the business industry needs, none of us are offering. We in education. Okay? So that's what talks about. Look at this number. Staggering. 1.1 million professional jobs are open. 48,000 cybersecurity jobs are open. But we can't get, because we cannot move too fast enough. Go on, speak that. All right, the businesses, right? The big data. We got so much data. Okay? We're texting, instant messages, and things like that. And what happens is you can have a lot of volumes of data, but the problem is if you can't do this, what good is collecting all the data? The business is asking, hey, I got all this data coming from all over the world. Okay? Now, how can I make the business insight so that I increase my revenue? Okay? I'm sure I'm asking that out because they get pressure in June, end of the quarter is coming. They're asking the director of sales, we need to report our public documents in the next 15 days. Our earnings reports are coming out. Okay, by the way, I do have the net app, things I can tell you the stock price today, just because that one, it was like 42 bucks, it went up 2.5% today, right? Because he was teaching us. All right, I need people, somebody should do all this stuff. I got data, somebody needs to do all this stuff because Wall Street Journal is going to hire you, okay? Or they hire somebody in India or whatever, right? Okay? All right, look at this chart, okay? One IT person, okay, it was controlling 230 gigabytes. Now one IT person is going to do 1,231 gigabytes per IT person. So we get tremendous amount of data, okay? What I'm going to do, I know if you're here for big data, and we're talking about what we see big data as, the front end and the back end. Front end is what I'm going to talk a little bit more, because that's what most of the jobs are. The back end is your Hadoop, the MapReduce, and other things. We can talk all the techy stuff, okay? But there are not that many job openings to determine that we need a whole 2-year degree as per the state of Texas. We need to identify that there's a job demand. All right, so we could talk about technology, and then we can move on to changing nature of work. Robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, right? Changing everything. Whether you like it or not, businesses has already moved forward. Businesses have already moved forward with all these innovations. But just imagine if I was teaching automobile. Most of the community colleges have an automobile classrooms, correct? Now, this is a shocker announcement from last week. Volvo said after 2019, from 2019, all cars will be the hybrid, okay, or electric. So what's going to happen to the single engine conversion, which I'm teaching right now? Obsolete. It can be obsolete. The teaching is obsolete. We need to look at this, and I think I'm preaching to the choir. I think I need my administrators here and people here who make those decisions. What we can teach this is an eye-opener, and this is the trend. And the reason I say people, hey, look at the trends, and we need to start acting towards this trend and see what's going to happen, okay? Obviously, the Volvo is going to do it, so do you think the General Motors will be far behind? Because there's competition. 1.1 million finance jobs were lost during the financial crisis of 2008, 2009, 2010. All the jobs are gone. All the jobs are gone. Nothing came back. Okay, because somebody took over and they figured out that I can rebalance my portfolio automatically based on you tell me how comfortable your lifestyle is. Okay, I don't need a human financial person to do this for me. Okay? So we already have the artificial intelligence put into your financial market. Okay?
But are we teaching that fast? We're not. We need somebody to program it. People think that everybody is a rocket scientist. When you go to a doctor, who sees you first? A nurse. Coming out of community colleges, right? And doctor is there for 2 minutes, you read the data, oh yeah, everything's fine, don't worry about it, I've done my job. So that's what I'm telling people. There are a lot of jobs where programmers will be making 60, 70, 80 times. I just need 1 or 2 persons who will make $120,000, $150,000. Okay? We're in the middle of the, what we call the Houston area recent survey, informal surveys of people who are getting laid off. All the engineers who are getting laid off are now PE certified. Because PE person is a sign that these drawings are perfect. So the companies are going to keep him, and the rest of the people, I don't need you, I don't need you. Okay? And that's what happened. So you got the skill sets, you got it, you're right there. All right, I mentioned 60% of the jobs. Out of that, 30% can be automated today. Okay? How can McDonald's agree to a $15 per hour flipping a burgers person? Because they agreed to it, correct? The Walmart agreed to it, because what happened in the back end is now automated. So I don't need a clerk, I don't need things like that. I just put my French fries there and automatic, it's going to pop up after 2 seconds, or whatever their 20 minutes or 30 minutes it takes to pick it up. Okay, so I don't need a human being to do that. And now the robots are going to flip it over for you automatically. And that's why they can afford to go with this 15 hours, because that's a nice moment. Okay, about me. Wait a second. Alright, so what's happening in this world? We're creating digital platforms. Okay? Anybody Upwork? Anybody freelancer? Go put your resume up, set up an account, and then they will find you jobs for you. So basically Upwork is a platform where the freelancers meet the business people who are looking for projects. Okay, I've got a project, I can't hire a full-time worker because I can't find it, so businesses will put their work over there and the people around the world will bid on it. Okay? So Upwork is very, very upcoming fast. Etsy. The big E is not for Enron, sorry. Okay? The big E is for Etsy. Etsy is for, it's a platform where you can buy and sell some unique items for artists. Okay, so you don't have a platform. Very, very popular sites now. Okay, Uber we all know. All right, Bill, you like this, right? This is the Industrial Internet of Things platform. GE is now a software company. GE is not a bulb company anymore. Okay, last year, I'm sorry, 2 years ago, if you look at the balance sheet, their revenue from the software was about $100,000. Today, their revenue from the software is almost $5 billion. Okay? GE is transforming itself into a software company because they know that hardware is there, but what's going to run is all the software behind. The intelligence behind. Salesforce, anybody? I brought the Salesforce thing up. You know, I had the fortunate to meet, if you get a chance to see, he's the Vice President of Strategy and Forward Thinking at Salesforce. And his name is Peter Coffey. If you just have his presentation from YouTube, man, he's 10 miles away. So I came back from his presentation and we had a 3-hour, 4-hour workshop with Salesforce. And I came back and told my people, we need to start teaching Salesforce. 303,000 job openings with the Salesforce department today. And the 7th fastest person you saw about AWS in the cloud, in overall ranking in the demand section for Salesforce is the 7th largest now. Okay, besides your other things. But we never heard of Salesforce. Okay? Now what's going to happen to the banking system? Okay, on the table talking to the financial guy, he works for programs for financial stuff. It's changing. Do you know millennials are using bank. My kids go for dinner, and I see this Venmo account. I said, what is Venmo? Oh, I pay my, I just split it up. So he paid it, and then I'm going to pay my share. This is the peer-to-peer wire transfer with no bank involved, none. Okay? So the whole finance industry is changing tremendously. Okay, same thing with Zilli, the same thing with what call Apple Pay and all this stuff. Alright, let's say the dollar value of withdrawals at US ATMs. So we're still using credit card, we're still using debit card, but the cash is disappearing. Okay, cash is disappearing. Look at ATMs. Look, this is the number which is staggering. 3% of branches were closed, but 4% more ATMs were installed. Okay? See the dynamics of shift, what's happening here. And obviously last year Citigroup added 30,000 more ATMs, and they're closing more and more bricks and mortar stores. Alright, so what's happening? Digital platform, we're having a lot of independent workers, right? Correct? What they call 1099 workers. Okay, if you work for Uber, what do you get? 1099. Okay, if you work for, these are all on-demand jobs which are coming. You want to work today, right now, I don't feel like I'm driving right now, I shut my Uber off, I don't worry about it, right? Okay, I wake up, here's time to drive right now, I turn my Uber on, and I pick up somebody. Okay? So that's what independent workers are. But 20% of the world populations are now doing those kind of jobs. Okay? So we start thinking about where the work is changing. Okay? But this is the digital divide. Look at this. This is all stats. Medium and low-level skilled workers of all age group, they are not advancing. Okay? And this is staggering news after this last 10 years that includes the financial crisis, the recession and everything, because we are growing at just 2%. The United States is growing at just 2%. Okay? The household incomes in the advanced economies have been stagnant or fell by 2/3 of the households. And that's the problem. What we're saying, the wages are not increasing, but 5.68 million jobs are there. Right? Because they're all high-skilled jobs. And we can't find the skill sets. Okay? Alright, this was happening with the McKinsey survey. This is all recent survey by McKinsey, okay? 40% of employees said lack of skills. And that's why the vacancies are there. 60% of the graduates are not adequately qualified to do the work. Okay, we did chat with universities after the presentation yesterday. It's okay with that app, right? Okay, she said the first 90 days we had to start teaching all the fresh graduates the business acumen, the basic stuff which they don't know. So they're losing 90 days of productivity. Okay, I was in India for Infosys, which is the largest contractor, what call Oxford thing. Okay, they waste 1 year. 1 year in just bringing the person up to the speed of what the business wants. Okay, 1 year of without productivity, then obviously the $50,000 and all the same and things like that. You add the cost to it. All right, and obviously there's lots of gaps in high skill and poor communication skill, teamwork, and this is what is hitting the most. Show up in time, right? Nobody shows up in time. Nobody does. I think I tell my instructors, if we all agree on it, when you set a deadline, and the student says, I want extra time, you said no. My business advisor is going to tell me that I have to be punctual. My program, the project you told me late in the Java class, that's supposed to be shipped over to the next guy. Okay? And you're telling me the project's late? It's not going to work in the real world. You're fired. But what we do, oh yeah, poor guy, poor student, he's okay. I think we need to make something like that, you know? I dress up like this every day, but I see my colleagues in jeans and shorts and everything in summer. It's hot in summer. I said, why can't we dress up? Because the business is one, then to be professionals. But we need to change. We need to change, but our students can change. All right, so now coming back to the data. There are 250,000 data scientist job openings. Do you think they're all PhD? No. Okay, there are jobs out there, people who can take the data, dump into some kind of nice visual thing for me. So I look pretty, right? Or I can pull this same visual on my computer and the same data, live data. Okay? So that that's how businesses move. That's how businesses are moving at the speed of light. Okay? And that's what they want. We should be teaching all this stuff. All right? Disruptive. Disruptive data-driven system is going to change the dynamics of a lot of industries. Philadelphia, garbage collection. They put all the sensors. You know how the garbage collection comes? Garbage guy comes, picks up the garbage, correct? He goes to the landfill, dumps the landfill, goes to the next neighborhood, picks up the garbage. Whether the garbage is filled or no, he has to do the same routine every day, correct? All right? I've been out for the last 2 weeks, so my garbage is not there. So obviously, 0.001% of his truck is empty. All right? So what they did, the city of Philadelphia put sensors in the garbage truck. Okay, they found out that the garbage truck is on an average about 70% filled, 30% empty to the capacity. So they took the data, they changed everything around, they changed the route of the drivers, and I said, instead of having a fixed route, you're going to start from one end, and you're going to start from this end. You may have 5 neighborhoods, he may have only 3, because somebody in the construction work is going on, or whatever is happening, and your truck is full, you need to go land the right away. Okay? After installing all this, and now they're saving $1 million. $1 million. Okay, so now they're installing the same routine everywhere. It's good, pretty good. It is good, but now I don't need that many drivers. I have to reschedule everybody. Yes, jobs will be lost, and that's why we're coming down to the low skills. Mid-level jobs are going away, because that's the reality. It's happening. It is happening, and we need to address it. Okay? So disruptions are coming, and we need to address them. All right, anybody heard Burning Glass? Burning Glass is a nice software where what it does, it goes around all over, it looks at all the job openings out there and gives you a nice summary. Okay? And that's what it is. This is a minister report by the BEDEC and Burning Glass work together, and you can read this. You can go to bedec.org and download it, and that will tell you exactly what skill sets are required for the data analytics, the web, the web developers, and all this stuff. Okay, so it's a very, very nice code. So while you're doing your curriculum, you can add some of the skills which are not there. Okay. All right, so this is what I did for the analyst portion of it, and see what they're looking for. Okay, and the common theme was Microsoft and Tableau preferred, working with database, MySQL. We just started this morning in the class, okay, and writing SQL script. I need those skill sets for any analyst kind of and create some dashboards out there and visualization tools. This was common theme in the report, same thing in the big data report. Okay, so the report gives the same thing. What skills I need? Alright, obviously since this is big data is looking at the predictive model. So I need a little bit more stats. But I don't need to be a statistician to teach my kid. Okay? Then there's R programming language. Anybody heard of R? Yep, anybody using it? Good, good, thank you. Alright, this is the fastest growing language in the big data. Very, very easy to use. I've created some labs. So let's say I'm going to teach Java 3 classes, and then people, I've got some very good students. Oh, I did my program, I'm really bored. I said, okay. He said, most of the people will ask for what? Can I get an extra credit? I'm going to give you a blood drive today. I said, your blood, you do whatever you do with your blood. Okay, so I said, okay, I'll give you extra credit if you are giving this R programming lab, you download the software, I already know all the directions, and you give it to me, I'll add you your 20 points, whatever. So what happened, I turned around with extra credit into some kind of skill sets. Okay? And that's what it is. So you're hooking them up to some skill sets. Alright, this is more live things. This software we subscribe to, very expensive software. We got 1 or 2 licenses for the whole district. So I went last because my focus group is coming, right? I had to go back and do a lot more things to get my focus group after what, 4 years. 4,000 jobs in business intelligence, analyst, and then I use different filters like Tableau and other things, okay, to come up. This is just a Houston metropolitan area, and not a single person offering classes. All right, so Power BI came out most in that region, and the Tableau is obviously something else. Because Tableau is the leader, Power BI is just getting there. You know, Microsoft Go is like a laggard, and then they try to eat up the competition. Okay, so that's what they're trying to do, and this is what it is. All right, so now I went back and looked again with just the business intelligence filter. There are 1,900 job openings. Right? All right, and this is all the employers who are hiring. Right there. So we got, you can't read all that, so I'm going to magnify a little bit here, Accenture, Deloitte. So this is the chemical company, this is the consulting company, this is the hospital company, this is the bank. So what happened is the data analytics is all over the industry, all sectors of the economy. It is not specific to only one sector. Okay, that's why there's so many jobs. Okay? That's what it over each and every sector of the economy. Alright, so what do? Incorporate all the skills. I got 60 hours, I can, limitations, no room to add. Alright, so I know all this now. Now I know all this, I can implement, right? Okay, I'm a good instructor. No, it's kidding. Alright, so the question is, how do you incorporate all this stuff? You know, in my volume, all this reports coming out, and say, okay, what are we doing now? Okay? So I said, okay, if I can learn Tableau, if I can learn Power BI, I can start teaching my kids. I'm already teaching Excel, I'm already teaching database, we already have data, and I can go, see, data is there. How many of you know the public data, right? I can go to Texas Education Agency, and I can find every information about how many kids are on what do you call food meal or whatever, on K-12 system. I can go to TEA website, and I can do so many things around. Data is everywhere. You just download and dump the data, okay, in the CVS format, okay, or an Excel format, whatever format they have it, and just tell the kid, hey, this is it. You got the data, you try to find me the trend, and try to tell me what's happening, okay? So this is my class. This is tell you example of this last semester, 2 semesters ago. This is what we teach. You should be teaching about making dashboard. This is what a dashboard looks like. I just take the data, I dump it, and put some, what I call, it's a plug and play. Okay, what filters I need, and it will generate all this for you. Remember when you teach Excel? Oh my God, I got to put the data, I forgot to select this row. My data is wrong, I go back, things like that. I don't have to do anything. I just have to understand what data I need, data is already there, uploaded it, and I can figure it out. Okay? Alright, this is for business class, so just to show them how different things we can do. Okay, how many stores are open now from this database? How many stores are closed? Okay, which cells are working more? Okay, and all those different kinds of tools can be made. Okay, there's the map now. The new Power BI also can import the map from the ESRI. And I got live data, I got live maps. Okay, so we can plot these things out. Okay, I'm working with my what I call the institutional research people. I said, give me the data. I need to know which zip code my students are coming from, so I can start figuring out if they're coming from somewhere else. That means, okay, I'm not marketing enough in my zip code. So I can go to tell my marketing people, hey, we need to market this particular program. Okay? All right, finally they're realizing it, that I can do the work, I can don't mess up with the data. So we are talking and they're giving me the data, and now I'm analyzing all this stuff for them. All right? This is something programming. People teach programming. How many of you heard of Go language? Go? Go. 1, 2. Look at this. Okay, how many of you knew about this index? Okay, right? 1 or 2. The index out there on the software, it tells you, it got some analysis stuff. It tells you how many hits all around the world, how many people are using, how many job openings. Based on all of this stuff, they create an index. And this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling my advisor to be the same thing. I'm finding C is going downhill. Well, we keep teaching C. I keep telling them C has been declining for so long. It's still number 1 and number 2. But look at the Python coming up. Okay, Java is still number 1. But look at this Go. 55 last year, it made the top 10. Correct? So if you're following this, we need to start watching this and start adding some Go activities to it. Are we ready to add this stuff? Okay, if you need any help, how to add, I have a couple of labs for Power BI. I am most willing to share. Okay, I'm making a presentation, high-tech, a 4-hour workshop, how to use Power BI in next week. And if you feel like we can do it next year in the land, we need something like this, we can create something. Okay? All right, I always stand with saying, sun is always shining because we have an option to change someone's life. Okay? And that's what I always say, because we get an option to change life, and like what you saying, at community college, change a life. We love it then. Okay? All right, keep up the good work. All right, I'm one of the peers, as I said, people were saying, are you nervous? I said, I always get nervous in front of people anyway, but once I get on the stage, I should be okay. All right, because even if I make a mistake, it's all between our friends. Okay? All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.